All right, welcome everyone. I'm going to be playing some Final Fantasy XIV tonight in place of Fallout 76, and it's only because I need to get a couple things done, but I thought I would stream this just so everyone can see what's going on here. So I'm going to be working on a new thing called a variant dungeon, and this is something that a few friends of mine are going to be working on this Friday. There's a solo version you can do, and then so there's like 3 tiers of this. Basically, I have to do like this initial tier to unlock the later tiers. I think I should be able to do this, but well, should be able to do this by myself. Let's see. So we got reduces damage taken and raise. Can I set these actions? Let's see if we can change them. Hey, Kyan, how you doing? Cassandra, how you doing? Let's go ahead and change this. Action 2. Provoke enemies. We don't need that. I'll explain here in just a second what we're doing here. I don't know if I can raise myself. Okay. So basically, let's go ahead and take this eagle shot. Actually. Alright, so what we're playing is Final Fantasy tonight. And the reason why is because I have some things that I have to do. And I figured, you know what, why not? Let me just go ahead and stream it. Y'all can kind of see what's going on or not, you know. I just figured, what the hell. And I also have to work on some Savage rating later too, so. But what this is this is like a brand new thing that just came out, just got released, and some friends of mine are going to work on this. But there's like 3 tiers to it. And so, like, I have to do this first set. There's like 3 series of bosses I have to do. And that'll unlock the second tier, which we'll then do later. The grind never stops. So my character's a warrior. It's basically a tank class. So in Final Fantasy, you have all these different jobs that you can play. And the nice thing about this game is instead of having to re-roll a whole new character for a specific class, your one character can just become all the classes. So it really kind of negates you having to go back through the entire story and everything like that. So you can just become anything that you want to. 100 is currently the level cap. So you can see the classes that I've leveled up. I have not played this game as much for this most recent expansion. I've played this game for like 6 years, and I took like a year off this past year, and I've kind of recently come back into it. So I primarily play tank classes. I mean, I've played them all. So right now, but I'm playing warrior. It's one of my favorite ones. I've done healer slightly, but I really don't ever do any DPS. I suck at it. I just never really do it. So tank is usually what I do. Big sword and bore, just, you know, out to create damage, and that's it, right? So, yeah, I have no clue how this is going to go, so we're brand new to this. But usually there's like 3 different paths that you can go. So we can, looks like, go left, go straight, or go right. It says the character level doesn't drop, but you have to master the new class. Yeah, kind of. So basically, I'm trying to understand, like, oh, you know, I gotcha. Yep, okay. But yeah, so we'll see what this is going to be like. Normally, I don't know, this is new. I liked the previous version of the Criterions is what they called them. They're harder, like, 4-player content, basically. Final Fantasy has always had, like, hard 8-person content, but they've never had like really difficult like 4-person content. And when they came out with the Criterion dungeons, that was their first. What the hell do I gotta do here? I gotta pull this. I gotta take this box over here. Okay. Anyways, so they're really fun to do, but as you can see, we have to do some kind of like silly stuff. I would, you know, usually I would pay attention to the story of these things, but right now I have not. I'm really kind of just wanting to get into the fighting. So Make sure I'm doing the things right that we need to. This Yanzikwa, I think we're helping her with something. Oh, him. Sorry. Anyways, I hope y'all are having a good night tonight. I had like quite of a busy day today. And yeah, that's why it's so late. I'm like, man, I gotta try to get some of this stuff done. Now we'll see if these guys actually have some mechanics that we have to worry about. Otherwise, I'm probably just gonna sit here and tank and spank them. This type of stuff I'm doing right now shouldn't be very difficult, to be honest. I say that, and if I watch, you'll probably see me like die a whole bunch of times and stuff like that. Kyan, you said you're playing Enfield? I don't know if I've heard of that game before. I have a list of games that I still need to get through. Like, I feel like it's a lot. Like, I feel like it's gonna take me a while to get through them. But let's just say for like this year, like some of the games that I would like to be able to get through, I'm not gonna be able to get rid of these dudes like the way I'm doing this. So let me actually try to single target them down. We just started a new Fallout 4. Ooh, yeah, let's get out of there. I would like to be able to get into Clair Obscur, and then I would actually like to be able to get into the Mass Effect games. And I'm sure there's probably a few more that y'all wanted me to do. Arc Knight Enfield. It's a mobile PC PS5 game. Interesting. Cassandra, you're asking, is this on PC? Yes, ma'am, it is. You can play this on PlayStation, PC, and I think Mac too. It is extremely, like, the one thing I will say about this game is it has something for almost everybody in this game. There are people that play this game that don't even really play the game, that they just like to like role play, you know? Okay, so I'm gonna try to avoid that side over there. The actual story content is pretty good if you ever want to just get into the story stuff. So it does, this game does force you to go through like the main story, what we call like the MSQ, the main story quest. All right, let's see what we have going on here. We got some mechanics we have to worry about. Oh shoot, okay. Yeah, man. This guy is kicking my ass. A lot of times you gotta just kind of figure out, like, the mechanics, so it's a lot of just, like, trial and error. I'm not too sure what I'm supposed to be doing here with these. Oh. Okay, interesting. So it looks like it had like a pathway that I had to like watch out for. All right, Mr. Genie of the Lamp. Let's see you try that again. But I play on PlayStation. So how you see me pressing buttons and everything, this is controller. I don't like to play with mouse and keyboard. A lot of people like to play with mouse and keyboard, but I am a controller player. So this game is extremely viable to play with controller. For me, it's super comfortable. My hands don't ache after playing for hours on end. Like, I really like it. It looks like Can I get over here? I think I need to get over like here or something like that. Because I think what's gonna happen is like everything's gonna go that way. Oh, it changed. Shoot. I didn't realize it was gonna change course like that. Okay. Ah. This isn't going very well. I need to heal myself up. Okay. Alright, let's see what we have here. So, maybe I gotta try to avoid where these things are at. Oof. Okay. I am sucking. So each time I like mess up a mechanic in this thing, it gives you a penalty. Oh, my goodness. Gives you a penalty. And that's where you get like what's called a vulnerability stack, which I was like getting. I'm not really, sorry, I'm like, I'm not paying attention at this as I'm going through. And the more vulnerability stacks you get, the more damage you take. So it gets like harder and harder to be able to survive like mechanics if you keep messing them up. Hey John, how you doing today, man? Yeah, I have some catch up that I need to do to get ready for like Friday, and so like I need to do this. This is brand new stuff that just came out. And I'm not really going to have time to be able to do it tomorrow or Friday. Really, Friday I have to be kind of done with it. So, but I thought I would just stream it if anyone wanted to watch. And I'm playing very horribly right now. Actually, this is a bit embarrassing, but okay. So we got sparks coming out. I will say this guy does quite a bit of damage, man. I'm supposed to be a tank, and he's over here like kicking my ass. All right, how in the world is this one going? So I'm trying to read how this goes. Let me see here. It's switching this way. Oh, I think I see. Let me go this way. Oh, shoot. Okay, there we go. I don't know. I still don't really know how to like read that one, but I'll take it for now. Alright, this bastard here. Okay, let me make sure I'm not going to get hit by this thing again. So, let's see. Can I be, like, over here? We sure as hell can. There we go. Okay. I will say one of the things I love about Final Fantasy is they do a pretty good job on the mechanic. I think I need to be back over here. Right here. They do a pretty good job on, like, their boss mechanics. Like the Savage Raids, I'm going to try to step into that a little bit later. They're pretty intense, you know, and then like your rotation that you have to maintain to have like maximum damage output. Like it's pretty intense depending on like the class you play. Like right now I'm playing one of the easier tank classes, so it's not like super difficult, but they get up there though. Oh. Okay, I need to be over here. It's not really like, I mean, I wouldn't really say it's like grindy, but I guess it kind of is. Let's see here. So that one's gonna, how do I know if they're gonna switch? I don't know if they're gonna switch here. Oh, it's gonna go that one, so that's gonna go this way. Okay, so maybe I gotta go back this way. Oh, and he has a mechanic that he threw out there. Interesting. We'll just avoid that. This guy's kicked my ass a couple of times here from not paying attention, so I'm trying to, like, make sure I see what I'm doing now. I think you can do this as a group with people, but I'm just doing it by myself just because I need to get it unlocked. Uh-oh, this is a tank buster right here. I gotta make sure I have some mitigations up so I can not die. Okay, so I should be able to go, I think, right here. I gotta look at like where the gaps are and where you can kind of like not get hit. Okay, same thing here. So I gotta look where the gaps are. So I can sit right here and right here. There we go. The Parade of Wonders. I was trying to work on some clearing last night too, and holy mackerel, that hit hard. Down at the bottom, you can see my health. It's the green bar. The one on the right is MP, but since I'm a tank, I don't use like any MP, so it's kind of... Let's see. Oh, I gotta get on this side here. Let me make sure I'm seeing how to read this one. It's gonna be that one, so it's gonna go this way. So I think we're okay here. Let me go back this way. Yep, okay. I've definitely figured out how to read that one now. Alright, he's almost done. He's almost done. Now we got him figured out, he's not so bad. So as I said, this is like the first tier, so this is like the easiest version, I guess you would say, that you do. What my friends and I were gonna do is we're gonna do like the harder section, but in order to do that, I just have to get it like kind of unlocked first. So that's why I'm going through and doing it right now. Friday we'll come together as kind of a group and do it. Are these enemies here? I guess not. Okay. Well, let me just go ahead and loot this. Oh, they are enemies. How dare they? Am I going to be streaming this from now on? Probably not too often right now, Cassandra. So part of it too is because like when I'm playing, usually when I'm playing this, I'm like in Discord with a bunch of my friends, and I've done it before where I've told them like, hey, I'm planning on streaming, you know, and I ask them if like anybody has issues with me streaming. Most of the time they don't. So let's see here. But, like, you know, if I'm, like, streaming their voices or whatnot, like, I usually just try to make sure that they're okay with it, but... The seaweed seems much denser on the right side. Rich waters might hold even richer treasures. Alright, the seaweed won't steer us wrong. Let's go to the right side. Hey, Radio Man, how you doing? And Kyan, you said, I'm doing this right now as, like, a very tankiest tank of class, so I have very low DPS, which is actually... Yeah, it's true. This would be a lot easier if I had some friends with me, but it's okay. We'll do this for a bit. I'm doing pretty good tonight, Radio Man. I just it was a busy day. I feel like what's today? Today's Wednesday already, right? Yeah, tomorrow's Thursday. Like this week has been like my goodness. It's been a week. Definitely looking forward to the weekend. I have, So, alright, so, like, what started this week off, like, really kind of weird is just, my wife's car, like, the battery was dead. So we jumped it. You know, I figure, like, after driving it for a bit, like, like, it'd probably be okay, right? No, it still was dead. And so... part of me would think like, okay, we just need a new battery. You know, not a big deal. I could take it down to AutoZone and just have them test it and just see like, hey, is the battery okay or do I need a new one? Well, this car is only 2 years old, you know, and to me it's like, look, batteries nowadays are like at least 3 from the dealership, at least 3 if not 5 year like warranties on it, you know. And the cart's not really that old, so I'm like, you know, I'm gonna make them like pay for it and fix it, you know, and then that way it's like, hey, if there's something wrong with it, at least they can say like, nope, there's something that's like putting a draw on it or something, you know, I don't know. A lot of the newer vehicles have like just a lot of like computer components that who knows what's going on. So anyway, so we took it in. So we've been just kind of like, thankfully we work like fairly close with each other. What is this thing? Sorry, I'm not reading this. Kind-hearted soul, blah, 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 blah. Territory. Okay, yep, got it. Okay. I don't know if I'm supposed to do anything with that. But anyway, so we've just been kind of dealing with that. Tomorrow we should be able to go get it, though. They did just say, like, hey, like, yeah, no, it's just a defective battery. And I'm like, all right, well, I hope so, because, you know, what the hell is this thing here? Wait, whoa. Wait, maybe we got, she wants to go this way. He wants to go this way. Let's go this way. So that's just been kind of like setting, you know, just a week. Do I gotta do anything here? Yo. Alright. I think maybe I do gotta mess with this seaweed up here. I didn't look any of this up too, so usually the way these variant dungeons work is they have like multiple pathways you can go. And depending on what kind of sequence of events you do is how you unlock like either not just the different pathways, but like different options. So there's usually like, I think like 12 different routes you can go in total. All right, who do we got here? We got to fight Ariel, the Little Mermaid. The Shattering Siren. Dyra, the Sea Maid. All right, let's see how many times I die here. My guess is going to be like 2. I don't know, we'll see. Alright, that looks like... That's normally what we would call like a AoE or a raid-wide damage dealing. Okay, let's see. What are these things? We got seahorses and crabs. What's a seahorse do? Seahorse, crab... Okay. Oh, okay. So we just gotta watch out for the musical notes. Easy enough, right? Normally they'll do like a kind of a really easy mechanic like that just to show you how things kind of work. Alright, so now look, they're split here. Seahorse, crab... I feel like it's like way too easy. The genie in the bottle had harder mechanics than this. Oh, what's that right there? Let's watch out for that. Okay, we definitely want to miss that when it comes up. Alright, we got her down a quarter of the way. Swimming in the air. I wonder if this is a raid wide. Let's see, what is that? What does that do? Okay, this might be a safe quadrant over here, maybe? I don't know. Aha, yep, okay. Alright, I have no idea what these things do, so... Let's be careful here. Oh, man, that's gonna hurt. Ugh. Okay. Now I gotta get back over here. You said it's the same mechanic as that boxing robot? The orbs are changing. Okay, I gotta run this way. Uh-oh. Oh, shit. dying here. I'm dying. I don't want to die right now. We're down. We're too far. I don't want to quit now. That was an interesting one. Okay. What does Aqua Spear do? Okay, those are gonna go. Let me guess. Is this you can walk the path fate sets before you. Oh shit. Oh, I see what it's gonna do. It's gonna make me walk forwards. Okay. So let's walk forward this way. There we go. Okay. And then what happens? That wasn't too bad, I think. So John, the music, like this music's like pretty standard like dungeon music, but like the raid music is actually like really good. Hello Nina, how are you doing today? We're playing some Final Fantasy. Simon says that I would beat you. Oh shoot, crab, seahorse, crab, seahorse. Okay. Oh, crab, seahorse, crab, seahorse. Uh-oh, I took a mechanic there. I don't want to die. Nina. Okay. I think we're safe. I think we're safe over here. Uh-oh, you know what? We might not be safe over here, actually. Let me try to get way over here. Oh, we are, okay. All right, we're at 34%. I can't die now. I think it just repeats after this. So I don't got to worry about, like, hopefully anything. Okay, this one will get me, because I got to watch out where it's cracking at. Okay, it's cracking there. Crack-a-lacking. Uh-oh, uh-oh, I gotta go this way. Oh, no! Uh-oh. I gotta heal. I don't want to die right now. We've gotten too far into this. Oh, shoot. Okay. We healed up. So a nice thing about Warrior is they have some pretty good like recoverability built into them. You said Valorant is a furry 5 vs 5 tactical shooter game? Alright, I gotta pay attention to what we got here. Seahorse, crab, crab, seahorse. Seahorse, crab, crab, seahorse. I think that's what it was. How did I get a... I wasn't paying attention how I got a damage down there. Or a vulnerability. Did something wrong. 13%. Okay. Here, let's go this way. I think we'll be safe up here. I'm gonna... Okay, we got like 6% left. I just gotta like not fuck this one up. Alright, it's gonna be that one and that one. Uh-oh. Oh boy, let's get over here. See, look at that. We learned. We know how to do it now. The mechanic is easy. You just gotta like see it and fuck it up a few times and then you'll get it, you know? That's it. That's how this game works. Repetition, repetition, practice and repetition, and then it sinks in. Alright, duty complete. Check it out. We're done. We didn't even die once, too. We got close, but didn't die. I feel very accomplished. Okay. So I'm not going to do the other 2 pathways right now. I'm going to see if I can hop into some of the Savage raiding. Nina, your friends are trying to get you into this one. The #1 MMO right now, apparently. Really? I had heard that World of Warcraft Midnight was actually doing pretty good. So this game is characterized as like a it's a, I guess they like to think of it as an RPG first and an MMO second. But like I was trying to tell Cassandra, like this game has something for everybody in it. If you are into role playing, if you are into housing, if you are into glamour, if you are into PvP, if you're into like Savage raiding, if you're just into like if you just like Final Fantasy as a franchise, you're into the story stuff. Like if you love crafting, if you love economics, like they have like all these things in here. And people will just come in and play it for however they want to play it, you know? Okay, let's see. I'm just going to go ahead and skip this right now. Okay, so what I'm going to look to see is if I can get into if there's any parties up for one of the raids that I got to complete. I didn't get to beat it last night. We couldn't really get a group for it. So let's see here. This is a 2-chest re-clear, 6 of 8 static. Don't let me down, Primal Phil Quick. What are they missing here? What do they got? They already got a warrior. Okay. So this is Party Finder. What Party Finder allows me to do is, since I don't have like a full group right now, I can just come and see like what the community board has with trying to finish this stuff. So this may be promising. I don't know. We'll see. I'm gonna be the odd man out because there are 6 of 8 static, which means like 6 out of the 8 people, like these 6 people that are there right now, are part of the team. And so like I'm kind of a rando. And usually like randos get like they take always the brunt of the what shall we call it, they're always the one to blame, right? Because of static, like they play together all the time. Like I don't ever play with them, so if like something goes wrong, they're gonna be like, man, this fucking rando doesn't know what he's doing. So how do you do this on controller? Let me repair really quick and I'll kind of walk you through it. So you can see my buttons down at the bottom, right? This game is extremely easy to play on controller, but you have to it's intuitive, but you have to like practice it though. Okay, so now every class, and I told you there's a ton of different classes, right? So every class has its own loadout. It's going to have its own unique skills, and there's a ton of skills, right? Warrior, like if we just look at the job, for instance, okay. You have all these skills that are part of like the warrior job, okay? And you can assign these however you want to in your controller, in your loadout, whatever it is, right? You also have role skills. So the roles are specific to whatever role you are. Like right now is tank. There's 4 different tank classes you can play. They will all have the same role skills, but the actions are unique to the class itself, right? So as you can see down here in the bottom, I have mine arrayed a certain way, okay? It's taken me a lot of time to be able to do this. The easiest way to explain it is you have the L2 and you have the R2, okay? Now, on the right-hand side, that's triangle, circle, X, square, right? So you can see like when I'm pressing triangle, circle, X, square, I'm holding R2, but I'm activating these. And you can guess that these right here are your D-pad buttons, right? So if I'm holding R2, I have access to D-pad and I have the buttons. Now the L2 side is over here. This is the same thing. You know, I can use D-pad buttons or I can use my regular buttons, right? So those are the front buttons that are facing you. I'm main tanking. I'm gonna say, what do you prefer? What do you prefer? Okay, so I have it set up to where I can do it. Let's see. Hold on, I'm trying to type this guy. I can do it. Both. But Voke blue to mid. We're discussing a mechanic right now, sorry. Okay. Let's see, sorry, controller. Typing on controller. Controller. Okay. So yeah, so basically the way I have it set up, you have R2, L2. Now, if I hold L2 plus R2, it opens up a back set. Okay. These are buttons I don't have to stare at all the time. I know exactly what they are, when they are, but I have them accessible to me. So that's L2 plus R2. If I hold R2 plus L2, it gives me a completely different set of buttons if I need it. This gives me access to stuff that I can easily get on the fly, but I don't need them like right immediately. And then you see these buttons that are like up here in the top left and the top right. That is a double tap. So if I double tap L2, it opens up that. If I double tap R2, it opens up that side. So this is, you know, Final Fantasy has a very unique and customizable like setup here, right? Like your UI, you can do all kinds of stuff with your UI here. Like HUD layout. I mean, it is, you know, a lot of people who play World of Warcraft like go and download a whole bunch of like mods and stuff. Like you don't need mods in Final Fantasy. First off, they really discourage it. You know, it's against terms of service and a bunch of stuff, but you can do so much customization with your layout in this game. Like you really just don't need it, you know? And so I've, you know, over years have built mine to how I want it, because I do a lot of raiding in this game. That's like the main thing I like to do. And I've built my HUD to essentially enable me to focus on what I need to. The majority of your focus goes into this middle part of the screen. Like 80% of what you're staring at is going to be in the middle part. So you'll see I have so many boxes kind of focused around the middle. Like I have the target bar here, I have a target bar up here, I have status info on like any enfeeblements that I might have, like damage downs or something, enhancements that I might have. All of it's like right here, like in the center for me, because that's where a lot of my focal point is going to be. I'm also not good enough to where I have to like look at my hotbar to some degree when I'm playing. There's people that like have completely memorized all their stuff and they don't need to look at their hotbar. They have their rotation completely down and they don't have to ever look at it. I usually stare like kind of right in this center part. Oops, let's see. So I usually stare like right kind of where my character's at, because there's a ton of mechanics that will be going off and I have to be able to pay attention to those mechanics to know what's going on. But I also need to look at my hotbar too, so I can kind of remember like where I'm at in my rotation. And so I've learned to just kind of like, you kind of have to use like peripheral vision when you're playing, but over time it gets a little bit easier because you get just so used to your job, you get so used to like what the mechanics are, and these fights are like synchronized swimming. They don't ever really change too much. So a lot of it is just going in and just repetition, and you'll just kind of like begin to learn the mechanics. And then, you know, you do these things so many times. This is the grindy part that you were talking about, John. But you do them just so many times that you just begin to learn it, you know, and your rotation becomes so synced to the fight. Like you will instinctively know like, oh, my rotation is off, my damage is off right now because I'm not in sync with where I'm used to being, you know. It'll become that like muscle memory to you with how these fights are. The challenge is like you got to do your shit so you don't fuck it up, and all the other 7 people have to do their stuff so they don't mess it up. And then everybody has their roles. You have 2 healers, you have 2 tanks, and you have 4 DPSs. Obviously, the DPS, like, they just need to do damage. The tanks, sometimes you have to control the boss, sometimes you have to eat a tank buster, sometimes you have to make sure your mitigations are thrown out to be able to mitigate damage. And the healers, like, you know, obviously the healers also have to, everybody has to do damage, regardless of what role you are. So, like, damage is crucial. But, all right, we just filled up. But, you know, DPS have jobs of, like, they have to, like, buff the players. Like, they can throw out buffs to help with damage. They can also throw out damage mitigations. Healers, they have, I think, probably, like, the hardest jobs because they have to heal. They have to res if somebody dies. Tanks, I think, have the easiest job because we have the highest health pool. So, like, if you mess something up, like, most of the time you won't, like, die, generally speaking. But you are, like, tanking the boss, too. So if you don't do it correctly, it could really, like, mess things up. So I'll give this a few pulls tonight and see how it goes. And a lot of times, like, if it doesn't go very well, they will just disband the group. That's usually how these community boards work, is like some people just like kind of lose patience. They'll go through 3 or 5 polls and then they'll just be like, nope, clearly we're not doing it tonight. All right, I'm gonna put some food on. Food will give me buffs. That way my health goes up and everything. All right, I'm checking to make sure who's my guys. Yeah, so a lot of times it would be. It'll usually be like the tank's fault, or you'll see like a lot of them are like you have to have like a body check. So like all 8 players will need to be okay. They're counting down shit. All right. So if you don't have like all 8 players alive, then like it'll wipe the party. This is a shared tank buster with the other tank, so he's going to be there with me, and we both have to use mitigations to survive it. The boss is going to jump here in a second to a corner. The idea of the game is to try to maintain complete uptime when you're doing this, so you always want to be casting something of damage. Oh, bro. You shouldn't ever be just like kind of sitting around like not being able to do damage or something. Like you always want to try to be slinging some sort of damage. Oh shit. So we're gonna soak these 3 flame puddles right here. You see the floor space gets really thin here, so we gotta do this very carefully to make sure that we have a spot to be safe in, which we did. It's a very like kind of synchronized manner before it clears it out. So this fight is really unique because it actually has 2 bosses that we have to deal with. We have to deal with a fire boss and a water boss. They come out one at a time initially, and then we will have to deal with both of them later. This is going to push us backwards. We have to wait and be spread apart. Okay. Now we have to get into clock spots, because he's going to do like a attack that we all have to be facing away, and then we got to move. Oh, he wanted to take that one? Okay. Kind of weird. Normally I take that tank buster there, but It's proximity baited, so whoever's the farthest away from the boss will eat it. So usually a tank just has to make sure that they're farthest away to be able to take that one. Now we'll kind of move up to the edge over here. There's going to be a really hard hitting, like, area wide. Okay, so now both bosses are going to come out at the same time. So both tanks have to grab one boss each. And then we have to split into kind of parties. So I'll grab the blue one here. And then they're going to hop to sides. So we will each have to split into little groups. And we'll have to solve these mechanics kind of as a team. That's a party stack. This one we have to be separated. There's an order in which we do this. It's going to be ranged, healer, tank, and then melee. This is a tank buster right here, so I have to take this one alone. And then this last one's going to be a shared party stack with my group. We have to bait this away from the other group too. That way that we don't accidentally kill them. I know there's kind of a lot going on here. Trust me, we were working on this fight for weeks, trying to learn it. So now we have to be kind of on our side. So like group 1, which is me, we're going to be on this left side. Group 2 is going to be over there. We have to swap bosses because of our debuffs. I'm going to take the red boss for a little bit here. And then we got to get like kind of lined up in our little spots over here. Now I get to be a big badass tank and kind of like eat this big tank buster by myself. I'm gonna go bait. So we have to bait like these big old red circles. So I have to come in the corner. And this is proximity also. So the boss is gonna jump to whoever's furthest away from him. So there's an order in which we do this. All right. So far, so good. This is actually going pretty swimmingly. This is a lot further than what I was getting last night with the group I was with. The group I was with last night, we were not clicking at all. Okay. This mechanic that we're coming up here is really not too hard. 2 people need to be in the middle. They're going to be in kind of like a little bubble. And the rest of us have to bait these debuffs that we get. It's a blue and a red, basically. Oh man, that didn't hit it. Okay. So we have to wipe it. So basically what you have to do there is whoever has the red debuff, they have to drag it through the center, like through that ball. It will do a lot of damage to the ball there, and if you don't get it there, then it's almost, this is a DPS check. You have a certain amount of time to do a certain amount of DPS, and if you don't do it, it'll wipe the group. So people just decided to just stop there and reset it because we knew we weren't going to be able to meet that check. So very punishing, but it's just kind of the way it is. And that's it. Well, now we'll reset and do the whole thing all over again. These fights are generally about 10 minutes long. 8, somewhere around there. He's gonna jump to the side. It's really nice if I don't get a debuff for this one, because I could just run and kind of follow the boss. And not have to worry about baiting him. Oh, come on, man. Ugh. There is a limit break. If you look at the very top of my screen, you will see where it says limit break. Now, usually the way these Savage raids work is you will get one 3-bar limit break that you can use throughout the fight. And we usually save it to the very end. Normally the DPS use it just so we can get a bit of extra damage, which helps out. Otherwise, if your run is going extremely horrible, the healers can use it, and that'll res everybody that is dead. Sometimes it can save. Sometimes it can save a wipe, you know, by resing everybody. But yeah, normally they're reserved for the DPS, and a melee DPS at that. It can't be like a ranged. So I think why that healer died is somebody moved and they weren't supposed to. And they killed him, or he killed himself, one of the two. I wasn't kind of exactly paying attention. I'm hoping we can get through this, like, very quickly. I don't want to be stuck on this fight trying to clear it. Like, we're supposed to be working on the 3rd fight tomorrow, and I didn't get a chance to beat this yesterday, so I'm kind of like, ugh. Sometimes you get stuck in these parties. Oh man, he already forgot he used it. Okay. The PvP is actually kind of fun in this game. It took me a while to kind of get into it, but the one thing I like about the PvP is it's equipment agnostic. It doesn't care like what equipment you have. Oh boy, are you gonna make it? Oh, he barely made it. Separate. You said stack of mechanics are the most common fuck-ups. Sometimes they are. So the way they usually work in Final Fantasy is you will have a party stack, or you will have a you usually have like a party stack or a not party stack. Whoa. Let me see if we can still kind of make this one. No, we lost our healer. I think we're going to try to do it, but I don't know if we're going to be able to do it or not. We might have to reset. Okay. So the key is you gotta drag it this way to get it through. Yeah, okay, we're gonna reset. Okay. Nina, yeah, so the game is either very PvE or PvP focused. PvP, oh, see, someone left, right? So that guy, I'm going to try to stick with this group because I think they'll probably be okay. Let's see if they'll kick me. They might not kick me, I don't know. Like, and that's what happens is like you get people, they get impatient, you know. This is supposed to be a clear group, a re-clear. Not even a clear group, just a re-clear, right? So people should know how to do this stuff, and just people get really bitter because you do like 1 or 2 pulls, 3 pulls, and if like you're not even making it like all the way through, like people get like really pissed and they're like screw this, and then they'll just leave, you know. And it is what it is, you know. And thankfully the majority of this group is ecstatic, you know, so they're gonna stay together, right? Like I'm the odd man out, you know, but they didn't like me, they would be like, they would just kick you, you know. Anyway, so Nina, like you can't do PvP like in open world. That Final Fantasy doesn't allow that. There's no like factions. You have different races and stuff, but everybody, like your character is the same as every other character. Let me go teleport to somewhere a little bit more chillax. And when I mean like your character is like every other character, your character plays a very central role in the whole story. You are called the Warrior of Light, right? So you have the exact same story as everybody else that you're seeing here. Like my story is the same as this person, this person, this person, this person, this person. So you all have the same like experience going through the story. So because of that, like there's no alliances, there's no factions, there's no like PvP open world. There is PvP like matches though that you can do. And they're very fun, but like I said, it's equipment agnostic. So it really just boils down to like luck of who do you have in your party, how good they are, and it's really skill based, to be honest. And so it took me a while to kind of get decently good at PvP. I don't want to say like I'm super good, but like I'm better than the average bear, you know. But I really enjoy the PvP of this game. The thing that I do the most so is the raiding, like what I'm doing right now. I enjoy it. It requires so much mental focus, and back when I was like really doing this hardcore, I would raid for like 5-6 hours straight, you know, just trying to get through these things. And you start to hit like a fatigue level where you're just like, okay, you're starting to make mistakes and you just need to kind of step away. I hope this music's not too loud. I'm gonna turn it down slightly. Shit. Okay. I pull the boss because I'm the main tank, so I just have to make sure like I'm good. I always like the main tank. I will off tank, but like usually warriors main tank. It's just they're usually a little bit better suited for it, but every tank is viable to main tank, but it's just, I don't know, it's kind of like an unwritten rule that warriors will main tank. I would be a tank, Nina, is that what you're saying? I think that's why, like, when I was playing Oblivion, I was trying to do something that was outside my comfort zone. Because I'm so used to playing tank characters, you know? So playing, like, a stealth archer build is, like, very not like me. Okay, so we're gonna do 1, 2, 3 drops. You can't sit in this fire either, otherwise it'll give you a bleed debuff, and it takes a lot of damage away. As a tank, I can live through it. It's kind of an annoyance to the healers, but like if anyone else gets it, it's very, very annoying for the healers because they have a lot of damage that they have to kind of like make up for. Everybody's a stealth archer build on Oblivion, John. That's what you were telling me. So I kind of felt like, okay, well, for me, it's new, right? But for everybody else, it's like, that's what everybody does. You know, if I ever get around to playing Skyrim, I kind of wonder what kind of character I should build in that game. This one I gotta move for. And we shift to the side. Throw a little thing on there. Damn, dude, he still took it. Guy, and you said in your case, after WoW, you've never tanked again. I played a paladin when I first started playing WoW, and then I didn't like paladin because I wanted to tank, and everyone's like, you can't tank as a paladin. Like, your job is to buff people, and I was like, I don't like this. So I ended up rolling a new character, and I rolled a warrior. I had an undead warrior, and that's when I like came into myself. I realized like this is what I was meant to do, was just take damage. We got to be separate on this one. And then this is the tank buster right here, so I got to take this one by myself. Okay, he's got the reprisal on him, so I'm not going to worry about it. Reprisal is a tank move you can do, and it reduces the enemy's damage output by 15% for like, I think it's like 15 seconds or so, or maybe it's 10% by 15 seconds. So you usually will save those for big raid wides to try to help mitigate the amount of damage going out to the party writ large. And when you're playing like this with a random group, it's not, sometimes it's not coordinated, like who's doing what, right? So I will eat this one by myself. Okay, now I gotta bait a big puddle. It's proximity based, so I gotta be as far away from him as possible. Uh-oh. Bro, I have no clue what just happened. But we are going to... I don't know if we can get through this, but we're gonna try. Somehow we survived. I'm gonna tell you what, that was not clean. That was not clean whatsoever. We had all kinds of mess ups in there. But you know what? I'm not gonna jinx it. So here we are. We're back in the bubble again. Can we get through the bubble this time, right? This one is easy. 2 people go in the middle, and if you get a blue, you bait to the side. If you get a red, bait it through the middle. Like, that's all you have to do. Okay, look. I have a blue, right? I come to the side. That's it. I just come to the side, stretch it out. And I go back to my side over here. That's it. Right? You get a red, you drag it through the middle. You don't have anything, you just come back over here to the B spot. And you just sit here. And you just do damage. It's literally all you have to do. Just watch whatever one you get. And people mess this one up so much. I got the red. So guess what? I go right through the middle. Look at this. I come right through the middle. Do exactly what I do. I go back to my spot. I'm not bitter, trust me. I'm not bitter, but it's amazing how many people mess this up. All right, we got to get the DPS check. All right, we got it down. Cool. Pop in a pot. I'm taking this back. I was sounding a little bitter, huh? Okay. So here we go. We got to get to our spots over here now. This one messes people up here, so... Okay, now we gotta do this very systematically. Oh shit, dude. This is a move, so we gotta move. Okay, we gotta move. Okay, we come back in here. So we're gonna have to eat a party stack here. Beautiful. Okay, looks like, oh, we lost one of the healers. Shit. Hopefully we can get him back up. Hopefully we can get him back up. This is gonna be really tough if we don't have him up. Damn. Well. And I gotta get over here. Oh. I didn't see I had red, sorry. Didn't see. Okay. Yep. I messed that one up. I didn't really see the whatchamacallit that I had, the debuff that I had. I wasn't paying attention there. And I'm all like messed up right now too. Oh shoot, I gotta be over here. Having number 2 is like the worst because it puts me out of range for so long and I can't do like any damage on this guy. I hate it. But you have to bait this guy, he like in an order, the 1, 2, 3, 4, and you have to bait it. Like, so we have to make sure that we create enough space for ourselves. So that's why we have to like systematically bait these in like a pattern, right? So we bait the first one to the edges, we bait these circles here, and then we're gonna get behind him to be able to bait this big, like 270 like degrees, and we'll leave ourselves a small little safe spot here. Oh shoot, I completely messed that up. Good thing he's like right here. That was a good run. We were almost done with the fight. Like we literally had like I think 2 more mechanics left, so I think we can do this. Let's see, I need to be over here. And we're gonna move for this one. We're gonna shift. Okay. My damage is off a little bit here. Normally I should be able to do a move that I couldn't do. Have I watched Akatisk? Akatisk? I'm not too sure if I'm pronouncing that right, Nina. But no, I have not. Is it an anime? The only anime that I've ever seen is Full Metal Alchemist. Oh, Knight of the Seven Kingdoms? No, no, I haven't seen it yet. I'm not too sure we got our healer there. Like, when I... Is it really good? It feels like the first time, huh? I still haven't seen a House of Dragons. I've read the book Fire and Blood or whatever it was, but I've now I wonder if Knight of the Seven Kingdoms, I wonder if that's based off of the Knight Beetle the Bard or whatever it is. I can't remember, or if it's just like a whole new story that they concocted up. It's on HBO though, right? I might have to start watching it. I need something new to start watching when I'm doing my running. Now that I'm all through The Last of Us. Oh, dude, like the way The Last of Us, like the last episode I watched, I was like, wait a minute, like was that last episode? It completely ended like in a really shit way, you know? I was like looking, I was like, is this how the season ended? Anyway, so I was like getting me through my runs recently, and I don't have any. I was like, man, I need to find something new to watch. So that'll give me something new to watch, though. They're only like 30 minutes. So I'll be able to grow through like 2 episodes in. I usually run for about an hour almost, about like a little over 50 minutes. You said The Last of Us is a disgrace? Really? I've never played the game, really, so I can't judge it, but I will say that, like, I thought it was a really good show. I liked it. It kept me very entertained. I gotta make sure and move. Oh, is he gonna get? He's gonna get it. Okay, fine. He can get it. So I'm curious. Kyan was like, did The Last of Us not follow the game story? I'm kind of curious just because I haven't played it, you know. Or I mean, yeah, I guess that's the way I would look at it, maybe. Let's just say that most people that played the game agree that only the first game exists. Oh, so a lot of people weren't really happy with The Last of Us Part 2? Okay. Oops. I'm trying, I mean, like, I like the Fallout TV show, but it's not like, it's not meant to be like a replacement for the game, right? It's meant to like exist within the Fallout universe, you know? But like Last of Us, so like, I don't know, like, I don't know. I haven't played the game, so I can't really like characterize it. I can't really like critique it that well, you know. I'm just gonna critique it from like a TV show. As a TV show, like I thought it was pretty good. But then again, maybe I'm biased because I like Pedro Pascal. So Ellie took a while for me to grow on. I didn't like her character at first. I was like, I don't feel like that she kind of reminds me of like the character in the game, but maybe she did. I don't know. But I really like Pedro Pascal's character. You don't like Fallout at all, John? I'm sorry, I'm biased. I'm a huge fanboy. I'm gonna admit it. There's some problems I had with season 2. I'm not gonna say season 2 gets like a complete break. Season 1 was great because it was relatively safe. Season 2 they took some risks that I kind of wonder why, you know. I gotta bait this attack. Okay, we're good. We're good. I did find Fallout through the series, John. So yeah, like, I will give some critiques for this for the season 2 though. I mean, even season 1 probably has some critiques too, but like season 1 less so. But season 2, I have them though. Like I'm like, like kind of interested why they went the direction they did with some things, you know. But as a show though, I found it very entertaining though. All right, so I got the blue. I got to come over here. You got the blue, you just kind of fuck off to the side over here, and then you don't worry about it. My brain is turned off, huh? Hold on, I gotta kind of pay a little bit of attention while I'm doing here. I don't want to mess this up. So if I mess it up, then I wipe, and then I'm like trolling the group, you know. And I don't want to be a troll here. Because like it doesn't, you know, you gotta like really watch your. Oh shoot, I shouldn't use that. You gotta really watch your character. Okay, see, I got the blue again. All that being said, yeah, like, you know, like, I think, I don't know. I don't want to talk too much about the show just because, like, I know there's people who haven't seen it yet and stuff, but... Alright. Don't screw with me. So reverse. Okay, reverse. So I gotta move inwards. Here. Okay, looking so far so good. I don't have middies for that, so hopefully we survive it. Okay. Alright. Now I gotta pay attention to my debuff and make sure that I have what I have. This one I messed up on last time because I just kind of wasn't paying attention. But we were also dead too, so... Alright, I have blue, so I need to be on the blue side. So the way this works is we have to do this just like we did before, but... we have to swap characters at certain points. So I gotta pay attention when I need to swap. It's not my turn to swap it yet, so we're fine. This is my turn to swap right here. So I gotta bait this one over here. Okay. All's well. My job is done, so now I just gotta, like, not mess it up. We are... be very careful how we bait that. And then this is going to be a party cleave, so we're going to come this way over here. Okay. Easy peasy. Oh, shoot. We reused it. God damn it. Okay, we got 11% left. This should be a clear, right? I'm not going to try to jinx us, but, like, we are... Okay, this is a reverse. So we're out in our clock spots. We're not going to move. We're not going to move. Okay, so now I have to try and bait this guy. Okay, perfect. Perfect. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Why do we got people dying? Why do we have people dying? I don't have any middies either. I can't save anybody. That is unfortunate, man. That is unfortunate. Why? Why? Oh, dude. Fuck, man. I don't really know what happened there. I think people, like, I wasn't paying attention, like, why they died, but I think they didn't stack together and, like, soak the damage. And I think some people took it and died. That's so unfortunate. That was it. Like, that's the fight right there. Like, we would have done it. We were literally, like, right fucking there. That's crazy. Ugh. Yeah, let's do one more. We were almost there, guys. Like, I thought the stacks moves north. What happened there? Yeah, so people were trying to, like, decide, like, what they do. They're saying the healer died, you move clockwise. What you're supposed to do is bait it sideways, like kind of over here by the Bravo sign, and then you move clockwise. You go, like, I think it's like east southwest or something like that. Or I don't remember how they do it. Listen, I never sit there and soak that one. I go and go off into Narnia and just take the tank buster like I did, right? That's it. So, like, that's my responsibility. Everyone else seems to do it right. I did what I was supposed to do. Oh man, that's so frustrating. Like, that was it. Like, we totally were meeting the DPS check too. Okay. So I think they're just trying to clarify, like, what they need to do, but well, we shall see, right? We shall see if we can get through it this time. All in all, like, this group hasn't been that bad. I've been in way worse groups, trust me. All right, here we go. We can do it, guys. Just hold in there. Come on. We, like, literally proved that we can get there with pretty decent damage, too. Just, everyone's got to fucking lock in, including myself, right? So, okay, here we go. Come on now. Oh, I got number 4. Okay. Oh, no. Dude. Dude. Okay, we're resetting. That one didn't count, right? Remember I told everybody to lock in? Like, we shouldn't be dying, like, to that, right? How do you misread 1 as 2? You either got 1 dot or you got 2 dots. I'm not bitter. I'm not bitter, trust me. I'm not bitter. Okay. This is the reason why I stack all my debuffs, like, really close to the center of the screen. So if I get something, I can see what it is. I don't have to go, like, looking off like the corner of my screen's looking for it. I can just see it immediately within my immediate center of view. This takes some skill right here, where you gotta, like, align the boss, right? I gotta, like, drag him to a certain spot, like, you know. And then, like, you got to practice like being able to move the boss while maintaining your ability to like hit them, because you have something called like a max melee distance, so you can hit the boss or you can hit like the enemy from a good distance but still be in contact with them. Like the enemy has a hitbox, right? And you can be a decent size away from that to where it's like you can still hit them. I don't know if I'm making sense there, but it's kind of an art to make sure you know how to do like max melee damage, and it's really crucial for a lot of these Savage fights to maintain like 100% uptime if you can while you're doing mechanics. The worst part is like not like doing damage. If you're just like sitting there moving around but you're not doing damage, like that right here doesn't count because the boss isn't around here. Like we can't do anything, right? It's like I can't attack him. But like if the boss is on the ground, like you should be attacking him at all times. And it's the challenge with melee makes it hard is like you sometimes will have to be in a mechanic that forces you to be outside that max melee. So that's where like the skill comes in of like how good can you be to be like to maintain your uptime, basically is what we say. Some people like get really greedy, right? Super greedy at the cost of everybody else. I've done it plenty of times. But that's where like, so I don't want to troll the group too, like, so I played a little safe. I have a feeling that this is the one. This is it. All right, Nina, if I get a chance to watch it, I will let you know, okay? Have a great night. So like here's an example, like right here I will pop my sprint to like maintain as much possible uptime while he's over here and then run over to where I need to be. That's a tank buster, so I got to be ready for this one. You guys are giving Nina too much shit. She's not going to come around anymore. I forget that he keeps using his reprisal there. That's my muscle memory for me to use it there. I don't even remember, like... I remember playing, like, Fallout 4, and the name Tina just came out. Like, I don't remember like why or what I was even thinking about. It just came out, you know, and that was it. I felt terrible. Yeah, but it is, you know, it happens. All right. Okay. Get to my spot over here. I gotta watch this other boss here. Where's he at? He's over here. Okay, we should be good. Oh boy. Oh, got hit by that. Sorry, I'm kind of being a little quiet right now so I can just make sure I'm like dialed in focused, but I think we should be okay. It's like, it's really towards the end that I gotta like make sure and like hyper focus. I've done this quite a few times, so especially this mechanic coming up. This is the easy one, right? Like I was saying. All right, let's make sure we can do this. There. All right, I don't have it yet. All right, I got red, so I go right through the middle. Right through the middle. You got to get the bubble HP down to... Oh, I got blue this time. You got to get it to below 15%. That's the magic. That's the magic number. We're at 16 right now. This is going to be very close. All right, cool. Okay. So now we're going to bait these off to the side to get them out of the way. This is a regular alley-oop, so I have to move to the left. Move to the left about right here. All right, and then I'm going to get in this little spot right here. Okay. So this is going to have a knockback mechanic to it, so I'm just going to sit up here. I'll go ahead and eat the knockback. We're going to stack as a group. Oh, no, the healer. Why didn't he move? He didn't move. Hopefully they can get him up in time. Okay. All right, I have blue. This is one we got to kind of pay attention to a little bit. First one is going to be everybody spreads. So I'm going to get my spot here. This is why I don't play pub games. This is a party stack right here. Okay. Next one is another spread. When you say pub games, are you talking about like Player Unknown Battleground? Oh, public games? I gotcha. Okay, so now we need to get to our clock spots. We're doing okay on damage. This is a reverse, so we are not moving. We are going to stay exactly right where we are. Puddle drops, okay. Oh. Fuck. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and throw out some damage, so... As long as... There we go. There we go. Oh shit, we lost the tank. Okay. We're in a little bit of trouble here. We might not make the DPS check, but we might be close. Bro, you need to fucking taunt off me, please. 0.7, 0.6, 0.3, 0.2. Come on, come on, come on. Oh, man, thank God. Whew. Jesus. Whew, that was close. That was close. All right, let's see here. John, are you my lucky charm here? Let's see if we get need. I got a 10, an 87, a 49, a 4, and a 2. A 2. Dude, single digit rolls, man. I might win on these ones. We'll see. An 87, like that's pretty good chance, right? Definitely not a 4, and definitely not a 2. That's because I have 1 luck, right? Remember my Fallout 4 build that I did? Let's see if I get the hands at least. Oh, dude, I didn't even win the hands. Damn, I lost on an 87. What luck, man. 1 luck. That's it. I won't win on it too. I should just leave. I'm gonna tell him GG. Okay. Okay. And that's it. That's the second fight. Yep. Thank you for party, everybody. Bam. And we leave. There's toxicity in the game, but it's not overt though. For the most part, if someone gets toxic, like people will just rather like leave party, and then that's it, or like disband party. Like they do a really good job, like the developers and like the mods and stuff, of like keeping toxicity kind of in check to some degree, and the community overall is like pretty good. It just gets really toxic and savage and ultimate rating, just because like if you're doing that content, like it's just kind of a level like expectation management. Like you know, you step into savage rating, like you should know like the basics of rating at a minimum, plus some advanced stuff, right? So now, of course, is a learning, you know, if you're going to learn, right, go join a learning party or something like that, you know. But don't be joining no like clear groups or anything like that, and like go in there and be like, hey, like what does it mean to do this or whatever? Like you're gonna piss people off, you know. So kind of like have some common courtesy about when you go into these things and like what you're gonna be doing, you know. Do your homework ahead of time, join the groups that you feel comfortable in, like depending on where you're at, you know, and it's all good. And like I said, there's toxicity, but it's not overt. People don't usually like start bitching people out and this and that. It happens here and there, but most people will just leave, you know. So John, so if you thought the music was pretty good, I was gonna show you this one, the fourth fight, because like the fourth fight has like one of my favorite songs. I don't know if you know who Tom Morello is. He's like the guitarist for Rage Against the Machine. I think he was like involved in this song. So I'll queue up for it really quick and do it really fast. Let's see, it should be this one right here. This is a good song. This song, like this song surprisingly, or this game surprisingly has some really good music to it in certain areas. Actually, a few months ago, I can't remember which month it was, but Square Enix does like a traveling orchestra with a lot of their Final Fantasy songs, and they had it like close by, like up in like Raleigh, and we were able to go see it. And I had never been to one of those things before, but I was actually like really shocked. Like it was like really good and really cool to like listen to it, you know. Now part of it's kind of very nostalgic because I've played like a good chunk of the Final Fantasy games, so many of the songs like I recognize, you know, but being able to hear them like with that whole you know, the whole orchestra and everything was definitely like really cool. I'm just hoping this thing fills up pretty quick. It looks like it does. Looks like we're only waiting on one tank. I can see like in the top part of the screen right here where it says, hey, we're forming party. We have 1 of 2 tanks, 2 of 2 healers, and 4 of 4 melee. It's been a hot minute since I've done this fight too, but normally the normal ones aren't too bad. The normal fights are people usually maybe die like once or twice, but then the normal fights are fairly easy to get through for the most part. It's the savage ones that take a while. Come on, healer and DPS. See how long we've been streaming for tonight, actually. A little under 2 hours.
Boils inside of me, looking at the walls around me, closing in. I think
right. I haven't got to this fight yet in the Savage one. We're still working on the third fight. This is the fourth one. Like Metal Gear Rising. Never did play that one. Actually, I've only played a handful of the Metal Gear games. Obviously, I'm a bit older, so like Metal Gear Solid, that game came out when I was like, I think I was like in 8th grade or something. That game was like super awesome. And I remember playing Metal Gear 2 for a little bit on PlayStation 2, I think it was. But never played like 3 or 4 or any of the newer ones. This is a tank buster, so I gotta get out of everybody's way. What was your, did you play all the Metal Gear games, John? Or like some of the more, like, modern ones, I guess you would say? Like the Big Boss version, not really like the Solid Snake version? Oh, I think I made a mistake. I saw they were I don't want to say they're remastering, but they're making like Metal Gear Solid 4, like Guns of the Patriots, available on PlayStation 5, I think is what it was. Oh shoot, man, I always mess this one up. Oh, okay. I need to go this way to the left. You played a bunch of them? Which one was your favorite one? Or like, if you were to say like, what's like a no shit, like it's like this is the Metal Gear that's worth playing, you know? Like which one would that be? Like if it was like this is a must play game, which one would it be that you would say? Because I feel like I mean from what I understand, like the ones that I remember playing, like you think 2 is the best. Two's the one. Didn't that introduce Raiden, or not Raiden, but what was his name? Ryzen or something? Because like I remember with 2, like you didn't always play as Snake. Like you started off playing as Snake, but then you played as I can't remember his name. It's been so long since I played that one. I remember you started off like on the ship. It was so cool to play that game, like coming from the first Metal Gear, because the graphics were like so like way better, and like the ability to like the environmentals was so much better too. Oh. we got a death. Oh shoot, man, I totally messed that one up. I wasn't paying attention. Totally ate that mechanic. Oh boy. We better not die, man. Actually, I might try to keep this guy alive here because I don't want him. I don't want to like die. We're like really close to finishing this. Raiden, that's what his name was. Yeah, okay. So yeah, I remember like in the beginning, you're playing a snake because like you jump down on the boat and then you're doing like some kind of mission on the boat, and it was really cool like the environmentals they added into there, like being able to like put like bodies into lockers and all kinds of stuff like that. And if I remember right, like what was really neat too is the way they changed up the aim mechanics in Metal Gear 2 compared to what was in Metal Gear Solid. In Metal Gear Solid, you didn't have like first-person mode like kind of aiming. Or at least like the PlayStation version. I think they went back and changed it in the GameCube version. They had the Twin Snakes or whatever it was called. Bro. Dude, we were getting our butt kicked. But yeah, because I remember it was like... You think it was overhated? You think the aiming was overhated? Or you think number 2 is overhated? Just in general? Oh, shit. Oh, Raiden is overhated. Okay. He was in Metal Gear Rising, wasn't he? You said 2 story was just ahead of its time. Man, I tell you what, if they ever do like a, I'll have to check to see if they've released those on like PlayStation 5. But if they ever release those on 5, I'd have to go back and replay them. You know what I wish they would do? So like Resident Evil got like a really nice remaster treatment. Like not remake. So basically they took and they remade the game for GameCube. And then that GameCube version is what they ended up using to like do the remaster for like PlayStation 5, right? And they remade Metal Gear Solid for GameCube. It's called like Twin Snakes or something like that. And I wish that they would use that to like do the same thing they did with Resident Evil. Okay. Let's go ahead and calm everybody here. Okay. Yeah, let's take the loot. Got to roll on whatever. This stuff doesn't matter. I don't need this stuff, but we'll take it while we can. I think you only get 1 piece a week, anyways. So I don't remember this. I don't remember really much about the story of 2. I didn't really play it. Like I didn't have a PlayStation 2, so I remember only being able to play Metal Gear Solid 2 like at my buddy's house or watching him play it. But number 1, I played the shit out of. So like the whole story. With Liquid Snake and everything. Like, I mean, Metal Gear was like just so groundbreaking, man. Like I remember playing the shit out of that game, dude, and it was amazing. And then I just never picked up the other ones. Like I think by the time like I never had a PlayStation 2, and then when I first like got out of high school and went and joined the military, like I bought an Xbox, and then so I never played any of those Metal Gear games that came out on PS2 at all. And then I bought Metal Gear Solid 4 Guns of the Patriots, but I just never got around to playing it, So and John, like this is part of the reason why I got into streaming, like is you all help hold me accountable to actually like following through with things, right? So if I say like, hey, I'm gonna do something, and I at least like feel a lot of motivation to like finish it, so a lot of games that I bought like years and years ago, like I never played them or I never finished them at all. That's like a big reason why I do it. So I might throw them on the list to play. I just have to figure out like how I can do it, you know. And again, if they make them accessible on like PlayStation 5, then all the better, right? But I don't know if they are. If they're not, then I'll have to go and pick up a PS2, which I don't mind doing. I know there's some good games out there. Or see if there's a way that I can get them. Sometimes they release like the PlayStation Classics that I can buy them on the PlayStation Store or something. But I thought I recently read that they were like redoing Snake Eater, which is, if I remember right, that's Metal Gear Solid 3. And then I saw that they were going to release like Metal Gear Solid 4 like on PlayStation 5. And then I don't really know like what came after that. I think there was a Metal Gear Solid 5, but I can't remember what the name of it was. And at some point I know like Hideo Kojima like left, and I don't know what they did with the whole franchise after that. Like I never really kind of followed it that closely. So, but it's something I could look into doing. I just know I really enjoyed the stories from the earlier ones, and the gameplay was like pretty cool too. So anyways, bro, hey man, I finished kind of the things that I wanted to tonight, so, and I appreciate you sticking around and watching Final Fantasy. I know you weren't probably super excited about the game, but I'm gonna go ahead and head off here for the night. Hope you have a good night, man, and we'll catch you later, okay? Take care.